Part 2, The Mysterious Guidance from Eastern Metaphysics to Jewish Kabbalah. This leads to a strange dream I had in 2020. In the dream, I was lying on something like a dental surgery chair. I was tied down, and someone opened my skull. They were searching for many points on my brain. The red dot spreads everywhere. At that moment, I entered into a kind of regression state. I saw the earth and each dot was a place I had once reincarnated. So my memories of past life seems to be stored here. They were searching for something inside my head. I was under anesthesia. My consciousness was still awake. I could see them clearly from above. My soul was floating so I can see them. I don't know where is this. And I want to tell them I don't remember either. For the sake of my mission, I have sealed my own memories, even I don't remember. So there is no need to search. I want to tell them you will never find it. It was a very particular dream, and it made me realize that maybe I've been reincarnating on this earth for a long time, and there is something important I have to do. For the past 4 years, I have been very anxious to find out what is the mission until one day I find a concept, a core idea, the resonance of the holographic universe. Any small recurring pattern you discovered in any level, a sign in a movie, or a symbol hidden in daily life, or a phenomenon you witness, will always resonate on a macro level in the same way. You don't need to doubt it. So by repairing the micro or any scale in the universe, you are repairing the holographic cosmos. I think this is the real reason why I was guided by a higher civilization to study the four pillars Bazi system to show the resonance between different layers of this universe. At first, I thought that even if I perfected the system, it would still just be used like traditional metaphysics to seek fortune and avoid disaster. And some masters can tell you when not to lose money, but honestly, what you are destined to spend, you cannot escape. I tried before to not spend, but when the time came, I lost an even greater amount. Energy must flow. I was even scammed by a person I have never met before, a totally unexpected situation. I always knew I have been searching for something deeper. For example, when I made everything too algorithmic and engineering like, because that is what I was good at. A higher dimension at that time would push back. You would encounter invisible resistance, a feeling of being trapped in circles. They don't want you to obsess over technical precision. So I changed from a realist to someone who started cooperating with that invisible guidance force. And gradually, I began to understand what it wanted me to convey. Then something strange appeared in my system, the tree of life from Jewish mysticism. That was a complete unexpected turning point. At that time, my attention was occupied with other things. Then two dreams came one after another. In the first dream, I was eating on a mountain top, surrounded by transparent glass and a very beautiful side view. Across from me sat an elderly white couple. In reality, at that time, I was not feeling well. But in that dream, I feel secret, peaceful, and free. When I went to pay, there were strange letters on the bill. At first, I thought they were Thai scripts, But later I realized TypeScript is softer and curved, while these letters were straight and a little bit sharp, so they looked more like Hebrew. When I visited Israel, I had impression about these letters, but very few impressions, so I didn't realize immediately. And after this dream, about 2 weeks, I had the second dream. At that time, I was still working on building my system. In that dream, I was walking down a spiral stone staircase, level after level. One level had no door, so I kept going down. It's not clear, maybe five or seven in total. When I came out at the exit, I found myself in a half-open cave. Strangely, outside the cave was flat ground. For someone who grew up on plains, I felt very unusual. Like you downstairs, like 5 levels, and you came out is still a flat ground. And the cave was almost a square. 3 sides were stone walls, and 2 corners aligned with the wall. There was a line of temple-like bonfires burning to light the space. And inside there were several tables and chairs. And outside there were shallow fences and olive trees. Then a maid appeared. She wore a white Greek style dress. She took my hand and said I was a guest from the East. Then she gives me a name, and after saying that, she threw me back, and I woke up. When I woke, the name was hard to pronounce. At first, I thought it was a Arabic name. I'm pretty sure in the dream I was in Mid East, but I don't know where. So when I searched for it, and suddenly I realized I found it sound a bit like a Hebrew phrase. The name pronunciation is very similar to the angel of mystery in Hebrew. That is a signal to let me link these two dreams together. From the second dream, I knew it must have been near Israel, cause I saw olive trees. The olive trees remind me of the scene outside the Church of Multiplication, one of the calmest memory in my whole life till now. When I visited Israel, after that, I made a video in Chinese, talk about a Jewish concept, Tikkun Olam, and repairing the world, because I feel that Eastern metaphysics, though they are precise and beautiful, was too small in scope. It was focused on personal fortune, not on a level of civilization or a collective way to let the whole organism to evolve. To ascend itself, it lacked the spiritual direction. Later, I received clear guidance. It's most specifically, the 10 heavenly stems, the 10 energy in Eastern metaphysics are actually the 10 spheroid on the tree of life. It was really amazing because, if this message was received by other researchers in Eastern metaphysics, that will be totally different. But because I'm the first one to introduce the 10 stems as neuron, like people, they use old lens to see that it is completely different. So for me, I immediately, maybe before this stream, I was thinking about the 10 heavenly stems is like 10 elements to build this world simulator. So this stream appeared just at the right moment to echo with my doubts. So I immediately used a semantic approach mapping the inner meanings of the 10 heavenly stems to Kabbalah. When I arranged them, I found they matched perfectly from philosophically, conceptually, energetically. They are aligned. I asked my inner guidance again, and the answer was clear. Yes, it can be aligned this way. So concept in two separate culture, probably they never exchanged their thinking. They have underlying linking for that. At that time, I was also listening to the music of Islamic mysticism, Sufism. Sufism emphasizes we need to dance to find the rhythm of the universe energy. Suddenly, I combined them together. I realized mysticism is about direct experience, those things beyond language, culture, and description. Whether it is the Sufi's whirling dance, the chanting of divine letters in Kabbalah, or the metaphysics of the East, they are all describing the same essence from different cultures and languages, the same ontology, the same being. The essence has nothing to do with religions or philosophy. It simply is. The essence is not related to labels.